What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I didn't plan on being here today with this video. I didn't plan on doing this video at all, but I'm going to do it because it seems that a lot of people are confused and have no clue what they're doing with this new boss. If you didn't know, there's a new quest and a new boss that came out in Old School Runescape. The boss is called a weird looking worm thing. Don't quote me on that, but a lot of people have been arguing that it's too hard. It's supposed to be a mid-level boss. It's too hard. It was supposed to be easier than Vorkath. Well, let me tell you this. It's not going to be easier than Vorkath. Vorkath is so easy. It's stupid easy. Now, it will be less punishing than Vorkath, in my opinion, but the mechanics themselves to learn take a little bit more time than Vorkath mechanics. Getting into it, a lot of people have been saying that, like, can you even do it with an RCB? Do you need to have high-level gear? Blah, 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 blah. And to that, my answer is no. But you can't farm it consistently with an RCB and lower level gear. It's perfectly killable. Even sometimes you might even be able to squeeze out 2 kills in one trip or so. Maybe a better one if you're a better player than me. Maybe another one. But it is definitely possible to do this with an RCB and not even full ARMs. I'm on my Ironman here, so I don't have a crazy ton of stuff, but I'm getting there. So we're going to be going with what I did my first few kills with. It was 1 level lower in both range and magic the first time I started fighting this boss. When I got the ancient icon, I got a Venator shard. I got really lucky. All right, my drops came in early, but I was 1 level lower, so I will be using Ice Blitz, which is what I used when I got those kills instead of Ice Barrage, which I just unlocked. And I will be using a rune crossbow, of course, as I was before. So here's my gear all together. Here's my mage gear: arms hood, arms top, mystic robe bottom, and mystic boots, with a master wand. Super easy to get. If you don't have one, go get it. It's easy. It's just time. It's not even that much time. It's super easy. When I did it before, I was actually using a Tome of Fire, but I realized that not everybody has a Tome of Fire, so I decided to do Book of the Dead, which is perfectly fine. You just go do the quest and you can get it. We got an Amulet of Glory. We got Explorer's Ring 2 here. This is primarily for energy if I need it, and then the +1, I believe, prayer boost that it gives. Bear's Gloves, Imbued God Cape, obviously. And then I have Ruby Bolts on as well because I figured it's like Vorkath. Vorkath actually has a little bit less health than this guy. So you know what? I'm going to try out rubies for this to make this even easier. Before, I just used diamonds and it was just fine. So I'm going to try it with rubies to see if it gets even easier. How about that? How about that? Moving on, let's check out the range gear. So for the range gear, we've got pretty much the same setup, except we have the assembler, which if you don't have that, go do Dragon Slayer 2. Good practice. You'll learn a lot. You get to go into Vorkath, do 50 kills at Vorkath to get your guaranteed assembler. If you don't get it earlier on, it's not that hard. It's a good thing you should do, especially if you're an Ironman. I got a green D'hide shield because that's the best D'hide shield I have. I haven't taken the time to level up my fletching enough to make better ones, but that I think that to me are worth it. So yeah. But we're rocking that just for the additional range attack bonus. RCB, obviously, it's got the ornament kit from Leagues. Barrel's Top, which comes from barrels as well, not hard to get. And Ancient Chaps come from Hard Clue Scrolls. So go ahead and try to get some of those if you can. You could also use Carol's Bottoms too if you can't seem to get any luck from Clue Scrolls. So nothing crazy here, you know. The gear is not insane. So that's what we're going to be starting with. As for our inventory, we got sharks, tons of them. 1 ranging potion, a defense potion just for the lulz, I guess, and 2 super restores, and obviously we have our switches, and yeah, primarily food. That's how easy to spot. You only need 2. You don't even need 2 full restores. Generally, I get through with like 1 and then 1 dose. That's usually it. So we're gonna start it off. All right. There's a few things you got to worry about in this. The primary one is the mage attack. It's really easy to spot and hear, so you're going to want to have your game sounds on for this, all right? I'll point it out when we get in there. I'm going to do kind of like a live commentary kill so you guys can see, all right? And hopefully I don't die. I will be honest with the amount of tries this takes. I don't care because it shouldn't take more than 1, honestly. But yeah, so that's the first thing you got to look out for, though, is that mage attack. And then other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Be ready for the other special attacks, but they're pretty simple. I also have the floor indicator for the tile, the safe tile, that will be in the description down below. To import that, all you do is copy it, so highlight it and Control C it, and then right click on your map here if you're using Runelite, then click import, and it'll automatically import it into your Runelite, so you're good to go. This is actually attempt number 2, and he started with melee this time, and we got the freeze. Okay, no, we didn't. All right, it decided to not freeze him at all. That's really fun, but we got it there. There we go. This is actually attempt number 2. Attempt number 1, I got really close. I choked a few times getting into the last phase and had to use some extra food, and it cost me in the end. I had to telly out because I kind of got shafted in the prayer shield phase. My myth bolts were not proccing, and we ended up paying the price for it, so we got out. But either way, here we go. We've started. Now that I've talked about that, you saw me run around freezing him with ice splits just fine, doing some damage. He's phased now into the ranged thing. The ranged phase. God, words, man. And we're just gonna sit here and and wait for that. That right there is the magic attack. That's all you gotta really worry about in this fight. You can literally just sit here and chill and do nothing and just wait for that. Just hover over your mage prey, attacking, and wait. You wanted Vorkath easy? Now you got Vorkath easy. There you go. Now we're gonna create some distance. Not as much as I thought. I clicked a little farther away. I didn't. That's okay. We're gonna get the freeze right there. Perfect. And then we're gonna sit here and camp ancients. Now you might be wondering why I'm not using the trident. Well, simple answer is the first kill I ever did, I used Trident of the Seas, the regular trident, and it maybe hit for 60 damage the entire fight. It was rough. I then decided I'm just gonna try and camp ancients because I feel like it's hitting a lot more often because I'm using the master wand. And my magic attack is much higher. And sure enough, it's gone way better since then, and I've decided to not do that. Now, if you have a toxic trident, it's probably going to be a lot better for you. It is a little bit higher mage attack bonus than the regular trident. So you can go ahead and try that. Plus, it has a decently higher max hit depending on your mage level. So I'd highly recommend doing that. So here we go. Another couple mage attacks. The big important thing to remember with that mage attack is immediately switch back to ranged prey. Switch to it while he's roaring, and then you immediately switch back to ranged prey after. That is it. If you do that, you're going to be just fine. I misclicked there, but I think we just barely got in time. All right, so we're back into the melee phase. I'm actually going to eat up, create some more distance here. And we got a real nice freeze there, which is nice. That's good. We're actually doing pretty dang good damage. We're making way better time than I did on my first attempt. My first attempt was nothing like this. It was the opposite. It was quite rough. We're gonna take 2 hits there, and that's fine. We're gonna go for the freeze right here. We missed it. That's all right. That was a big hit. That hurt bad. Gonna eat again just to be safe because you can hit a 24 through prey. All right, we got the freeze there, but he's actually phasing, and that's okay. So here's that tile marker that's in this description down below that you guys can import that I mentioned. But since we don't have any really long-range weapons, I like to get over here, and then I just like to take the time to heal up, basically. So he's still in melee, which generally I get it's a ranged phase for me at this point. So I usually actually get to do a little bit more damage here, but this time not so lucky. There we go. We caught the freeze there. There's still plenty of food right now. Look at that. We're running low on run energy, so I'm going to go ahead and use my ring. All right, switch back to melee prey. All right, he's phasing. Get the ranged prey on. Get the gear on. Now, I kind of glossed over the moving spikes ability earlier because he did it really early in the fight. Generally, for me, he's done it later. All you got to do is run away. Those spikes they're super slow. You could literally walk away from them and you'd be fine. So you don't really need to worry about them. Don't sweat those at all. All right, decent damage here. I'm actually gonna range pot up one more time here. This is for later in the fight. Switch the mage prey back to range. All right, now he's back in the melee mode. Gonna create a little bit of distance while we can. Switch everything back. We caught a freeze right there, which is beautiful. If we're lucky and hit really good, he won't get the opportunity to hit us, but it looks like we're not. We did get a hit there, so that's nice. I'm gonna pot up, push the melee prey. Didn't catch that freeze, sadly. We're gonna go for it again. There, we got the freeze there. We're gonna run away. Turn melee prey off, conserves prayer. Back up a little bit. I'm gonna eat a shark. Unlucky with the freeze or with the attacks, man. There's a freeze, but he's too close to us, and I don't want to back up into those spikes. There we go. He's gonna phase again very soon. Froze him again, which is beautiful. That was actually kind of lucky because I would have hurt. Not hitting. There we go. Right, he's gonna go to the middle of. Oh no, he's going to range again. I got ahead of myself. Don't have my prayer on. See, I fucked up there. I've barely taken any damage outside of the melee phase. That wasn't me just screwing up. You know, that's generally what happens with this fight. It's really not the boss. It's really not like RNG or anything. A lot of it is you're just screwing up, bud. All right, so now this phase, he does this. You want to hide behind something like this. And then he switches to the prayer shield, right? Which is just a range phase while he's using soul split. So he's gonna do that melee attack or mage attack every once in a while, and then once you break the shield, he'll put a spike under you. So you gotta make sure you move. Right now we are getting very unlucky with our procs yet again. Now you can try to flick on smite. I'm not very good at it. There we go. We got a proc there, but you don't have to. And also just brave for the bolt procs. Like that, just like that. See, there we go. We're gonna move. We're gonna eat for safety. Oh, switch back to the diamond bolts as well. Just a mage attack. Now with this part, this is the hardest part. Every once in a while, you're gonna get a spike on you and you gotta move. And you gotta be ready with that mage spray too. There it is. And make sure you switch back to range spray. You get a spike here soon. There it is. You don't have to move far with those. You don't want to over move, in my opinion. There we go. There's the mage. You're gonna get hit. Oh, you didn't. You actually dodged the spike. Oh, see, this is the bad part. This is the part people have an issue with. Is running out of range. I just need one hit, like one hit here. You might be out of luck here. Oh, we're still hitting. There it is. We're good. I think I was on a max range there, dude. But there you guys have it. And you know what? We actually still have some food left. We got some prayer left. Easy peasy. Death rune, soul rune drop. I actually really fucking need these death runes, so that's actually really nice. And then there you guys go. There's a kill. I've actually I've gotten the ancient icon. I got super lucky with it, and I've used it on that boss, and even just that and using that with barrage makes a world of difference. Actually, DPS wise, it is actually quite insane. So, but there you guys have it. And that was even a bad one. Look at that. That was 7.5 minutes. That was a bad one. My personal best 552, and that was not with the icon. That was one of my first kills, was 552. So yeah, it's difficult, but it's also not. I did the whole thing live comming, and I haven't done a live comm in literal years for any video game, let alone something like that I've only got, I don't know, maybe 15 total tries on and 9 successful kills now. So yeah, is it hard? Yeah, it is a little bit hard. Is it that hard? No, it's not necessarily farmable for mid-level irons, but it is doable. And the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and the easier it's gonna be. So that's the video. I hope it helped you guys out. If it didn't, I don't care. But if it did help you, please leave a like and a comment down below. Don't forget to share with your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Also, I'm live on Twitch every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Generally streaming different games, but every once in a while we do this. We actually streamed this boss when it came out, and that's when I got my first few kills. You'll see a couple of clips of those in next week's Ironman update video going out on Monday. So that is that. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Adios.